to lead the team out and at the Giant Stadium, especially against Italy in that first game, was a fantastic moment, one that I'll remember for an awful long time.
But let us now enjoy this moment, Aaron Levine in the USA.
Okay, well, your prediction then for this one?
I would go for the draw.
No score.
No score. And Joe, you're convinced an Irish win by a goal?
1-0. Total control in midfield, 1-0.
Sheridan. It's not easy. Onto it comes Houghton. And Houghton with the shots, and it's there! Ray Houghton! Bring me back, and I'll do the job for you, Jack. And he's done just that after only 11 minutes. What splendid, sparkling opportunism.
There was a lot of rumours at the time that I might not be playing. I worked hard through the summer, and Jack rewarded me by playing me. And, you know, thankfully on the day I went out and done the business for them and scored the goal.
Tassotti. Baggio. Albertini. Dino Baggio. And in goes Roberto Baggio. McGrath's head got there. Dino Baggio once more. Again it's McGrath. And now Baggio once again. Signori, Baggio. And once more Paul McGrath, the man to the rescue.
I think the game in New York against Italy was probably the one that sticks in the memory a bit. Just because how things went, Ray scoring the goal, us actually getting off to a good start.
What we knew for sure, what we know for sure now. History has been made in the Giant Stadium in New Jersey. Another magnificent chapter in Jack Charlton's managerial career. The Republic of Ireland have beaten Italy for the very first time, and Jack Charlton's victory in his 79th international in charge is surely one of the biggest he has ever achieved.
Now we're going to shift our attentions to the Irish. Of course, the green, the look of the green. Can we get a rub of the green in the European Championships is the big question. You've got people, you know, that I watch myself. I would watch RTE. I watch a lot of the matches on RTE. Of course, George Hamilton on the mic is very, very good. A big influence, George Hamilton. I would have to say, as a broadcaster myself, George Hamilton would probably be one of my top influences. I would say BBC and ITV are good as well for the football, and of course Sky Sports is always great for the football. But for international football, I'm a fan of the RTE and ITV. I think more than BBC. But what I'm getting at is the media really blows the English out of all proportions, but the Irish now, we always kind of don't expect too much. Bill O'Herlihy and John Giles and of course Eamon Dunphy, who, big shout out to Eamon Dunphy, by the way. He probably never see this, but he is one of my all-time heroes as far as the analysing goes, and he's a great guy. He's never afraid to be controversial, and I find that in the media game is a very brave trait. I would myself claim to have that trait, and I really think that is what makes or breaks you as far as media goes. And you know, being that way can break you too, no doubt about it. But you can remake yourself then by being controversial at the right times. But Dunphy, a top man on the mic, and really gives his opinions well, and a great reader of the game. But I heard him saying the other night about the Irish, he isn't a great believer in Trapattoni's style. Giovanni Trapattoni, of course, plays that a similar way to Jack Charlton had them play, but that got us to the quarterfinals. You got to look at it that way. As you recall, Dunphy and Charlton didn't get on either. But, you know, as far as the lineups, the Irish lineup, a lot of the major players are getting on. You have Robbie Keane and Damien Duff, Shay Given, people that were in the 2002 World Cup 10 years ago and really made an impact. Keane, of course, getting that last-minute goal against the Germans. We've seen the footage a while ago there. We showed you some of the footage of all the great matches. You know, Ireland are, without a doubt, the Irish football scene, Like, we were coming out of a recession in 88 and 90 when they went into the European Championships and the World Cup, and beating England in 88 and then drawn with England in 1990 and drawn with Holland and Egypt, and then going on to beat Romania on penalties and then get to the quarterfinals, get beat by the Italians, go to USA 94 4 years later, beat Italy with a Ray Houghton goal that was just out of this world, the lob of Pagliuca, brilliant times, and go on then, get beat by Mexico 2-1, John Aldridge causing a row on the sideline. It was great TV, and he totally went crazy. He went on then and scored a header with Jason McAteer crossing the ball, and of course drawn with Norway when John Sheridan hit the bar, and loads of different things went on. And then, of course, going on to the second round, and Dennis Bergkamp ripping Ireland apart and making a massive name for himself and going on to sign for Arsenal. Everything causes progression. It's all a domino effect, these different things. And it's amazing, like, in football. And, of course, you would recall also, Ireland then went on, after 1994, then they went into the European Championship qualifiers. In 96, I went to the match. It was one of my only Irish matches I've went to. I think my only Irish match I've went to. I know that's terrible, but I'm not really someone that goes to football matches. I just watch them on TV. And I went to see them play Northern Ireland in Lansdowne Road. I actually was meant to go to see them play England in Lansdowne Road a couple of months earlier, but that didn't happen, and it was good it didn't happen because of the riots that took place on that particular night. But anyway, as I was saying, Ireland then, of course, have had so many great times over the years. I remember being at Slane Castle watching U2. We had a great time watching Ireland beat Holland to get through to the 2002 World Cup, and that was a great and momentous occasion for us and for the whole of Ireland. And when you think about it, Patrick Kluivert hit the post a couple of times. The team was brilliant. The Dutch team was just star-studded. They were probably the most... If they got to the World Cup that year for 2002, they probably would have went on to win it. The team was just brilliant. And to think that Ireland had the biggest hand in putting the Dutch out of the World Cup that year was just amazing. You know, when Keane set up McAteer for that goal in Lansdowne Road, I think the whole country erupted. If there was a roof on the country, it would have been in outer space. That is the truth. Great times, and I really enjoyed the World Cup that year then in 2002. Ireland have had some great times in football. They haven't qualified for a World Cup since that. Of course, in that World Cup, they went in against Cameroon. Matty Holland scoring an equaliser after the Patrick Mbama goal to put Cameroon in front. And then after that, then it was a 1-1 draw, of course. And then they played Germany. Germany were winning up until the final minute, and Robbie Keane came up with the famous goal. Steve Finnan crossed in the ball from nearly the other side of the pitch, and it went down in. Now the Quinn chested it, and then Robbie Keane got it, put it in the back of the net, and the last minute of injury time was unbelievable. Great moment in Irish football. Typical Ireland coming back in the last minute. I always think they have very similar traits to Manchester United. Amazing stuff. And then, after that, the next thing then was they played Saudi Arabia. They had to win by more than 2 goals, I think it was, and they had never scored more than 1 goal in normal time in a World Cup match up until that time. And didn't they go on? Lo and behold, they go and score 3-0 winners. And on the same day, Germany beat Cameroon 2-0. And therefore Ireland and Germany progressed to the second round of the World Cup. Great stuff. And after that then, there was the second round where we played Spain. And of course, as you know, Spain are in our group this year. So it's 10 years in the making. Spain v Ireland, revenge is on, because Spain, of course, went ahead 1-0 in that match. The last minute, yet again, Robbie Keane came up and got the penalty. After Ian Hart missing a penalty earlier in the match, Robbie Keane comes up and gets a penalty and scores. and take Spain into extra time, and then it went on into penalties, and it was the most terrible penalty shootout the Irish team ever went into, and put Ireland out, and they end up on penalties. But it was a great achievement to not be hammered by Spain. Then there was a lot of disallowed goals due to offsides, but good memories looking back at these things. The next thing, they haven't qualified. They're very close to qualifying for major tournaments since that, but haven't qualified for one since that. This is their first, the 2012 European Championships in Poland and the Ukraine. And who knows, we could go on and do a Greece and win the whole thing. But sure, it would be great, but probably won't happen. But who knows? Major up-and-coming stars there as well. There's some great players that will make their mark for the first time, make a massive mark on the world stage, I would imagine. And people that maybe, well, I don't think would make any. I don't think it would make sense if Given and Keane and Duff retired after this. I know there's always a big chance of somebody retiring after a major tournament, but I think they should go and try and get into the World Cup and retire after the World Cup if they want to retire anytime soon. I think that they should wait until the World Cup. But who knows what will happen. Republic of Ireland, hopefully, folks, hopefully we can get into the elite, the world elite, and get up there, be in the top 8, top 4 maybe even, get in and be the best at the European Championships. So everyone, this has been Kieran Keogh for your European Championship special. I hope you share your opinions with me below. Leave a comment, subscribe, do all the stuff, leave a few likes. And folks, European Championships, we're playing Hungary on Monday, don't forget. That's going to be a big game as far as the getting ready for it all. Hungary aren't no pushover. Folks, enjoy. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope I've been precise enough as far as my facts and got my facts right. Don't be afraid to let me know if I didn't. And by the way, I just need to say this. Over in Thailand right now, hopefully looking in at this, is a man that requested this show. A couple of other people requested it as well. But this man in particular, Kevin Keogh, my cousin over in Thailand, has requested that I do this show all about the European Championships and about Ireland's hopes. And alright, Kev, this is for you, buddy. Blood, man. Blood. Okay, take it easy, everyone. Kyoster over. And out.
Duff in close attendance. Keane is fouled. Duff helping it on towards Finnan. Finnan facing Cuckoo. And a little cross in there, and it's come through here. McAteer! Amsterdam revisited. There has been agony this afternoon. Now there is ecstasy. Jason McAteer, Mick McCarthy's big gamble, gets the goal. Ireland hit the front. Holland have to score twice.
Goes again by Kinsella. Quinn heads on. Oh, surely this time for Keane. And Ireland do it. Robbie Keane, in the second minute of stoppage time, has scored the equaliser. Look at these scenes. Just look at these scenes. And you can't say they don't deserve it. This has been a spirited second half performance, and it's brought its reward in dramatic fashion. The long ball played in by Finnan. This is where the touch is important from Quinn. Robbie Keane gets it down, evades the tackle, and this time, Trevor, he beats Oliver Kahn.
What a header from Niall Quinn, right into his stride, chests it down. Oliver Kahn's unlucky here, he spreads himself, he comes off his head, but as you said, they deserved it. Look at Mick McCarthy there, he's just watching, and the mouth comes open. What a reaction that is, and as you say, that absolutely delighted everyone in the stadium, apart from the Germans to our left, but they had deserved it. And Robbie Keane, let's hope he doesn't injure himself then, and then he gets under a sea of green shirt.